Learn grammar without any effort. Welcome to your digital classroom. I am Saji Kevi and you are watching my channel, The Eureka. Let's learn past participle. We already learned a verb has four forms: present, past, past participle and present participle. Here we learn about non-finite verb past participle. There are three types of non-finite verbs: participle, gerund and infinitive. And we learned the use of present participle in the previous video. And we now learn the use of past participle. Past participle is a non-finite verb that does the work of an adjective. The use of present participle and the use of past participle is almost the same, except one use, that past participle cannot be used to frame an absolute construction. Otherwise, all other five functions of present participle and past participles are same. Now, let's examine a sentence. The boy sat on a broken chair. Look at the sentence. Which is the finite verb in the sentence? Yes, sat is the finite verb. And in order to find out the finite verb, what should we do? We should change the tense of the sentence. He sits on a broken chair. And again, the word broken apparently looks like a verb, but it is not exactly verb. It is used as an adjective there. Broken chair. The word broken modifies the chair. Therefore, this is the past participle, that used to modify a noun. And thus, we understand that a past participle can be used as an adjective. Now, let's learn the uses of past participle. Past participle can be used before a noun. It can be subject complement. It can be object complement. It can be used to frame an adjective phrase. And fifth use, to express an action of the subject. Now, let us analyze the uses of past participle in detail. Those who have not watched the previous videos of non-finite verbs, kindly watch so that you understand the use of past participle far better. Now, let's examine a sentence. The frightened child ran away. Here, which is the past participle? Frightened. And the word frightened we used before the child. Thus, word frightened modifies the child, the little child, the smart child. When we say smart child, the word smart modifies the child. Smart is an adjective. In the same way, past participle here used as an adjective. Thus, a past participle can be used before a noun. Let's examine one more sentence. The burned child fears fire. Again, the burned child. Burned is the past participle. It is used before the noun, and the burned modifies the child. Thus, we find a past participle can be used before a noun, and it is used to modify the noun. It is used as an adjective here. Now, let's learn the next use of past participle. It can be used as subject complement. Look at the example. The girl looks worried. The girl looks worried. Worried is the past participle, and the word worried modifies the girl. Thus, it is used as subject complement. It tells about the subject. The girl is clever. Now, the girl is clever. Clever is the adjective, and the word clever modifies the girl. In the same way, worried modifies the girl. So you find it is used as subject complement. Let's examine another sentence. The boy is tired. Here, the word tired tells about the boy. Thus, tired is the subject complement. And thus, we learn past participle can be used as subject complement. Now, let's learn the third use of past participle. Past participle can be used as object complement. I found the lion killed. Look at killed is the past participle, and the word killed modifies the lion. So here I found the lion. Found is the transitive verb, and the lion is the object of the verb. Killed tells about the object. Past participle used as object complement. Let us examine another sentence. He lost the money stolen by him. Here, stolen modifies money, and it is used as the object complement. Tells about the object. Thus, we find past participle can be used as object complement. Let's learn the next use of past participle. Past participle can be used to express the action of the subject. Let's examine one sentence. Deceived by his friends, he lost his money. So here, deceived is the action of the subject and tells about the subject. Thus, we find past participle can be used to express the action of the subject. Let's examine one more sentence. Frightened by the noise, the horse ran away. So here, the horse was frightened and the horse ran away. Here, frightened is the past participle and expresses the action of the horse. Thus, we find past participle can be used to express the action of the subject. Let's learn the last use of past participle. Past participle can be used to frame an adjective phrase. For example, the house built by him is very beautiful. Now, built is the past participle, and this built past participle is used to frame a phrase built by him. Thus, we find past participle can be used to frame an adjective phrase. Let's examine one more sentence. The pen bought by him is very expensive. And when you examine this sentence, you find bought is the past participle, and it is used to frame an adjective phrase. Thus, we learn that a past participle can be used to frame an adjective phrase. So here we complete the learning of the uses of past participle. Past participle can be used before a noun as subject complement, object complement, adjective phrase, and to express the early action of the subject. Thanks for watching this video. If you like, kindly subscribe, like, and share.